Good evening, StreamYard and YouTube fans, and I thought tonight I would talk about Bibles in that. Basically, like buying a Bible and the idea of apps to get, Bible apps to get for your phone and stuff like that. And I'll start with the idea of Bible apps. All right, so first off, I'm going to talk about Bible apps for your phone. And these that I'm going to write here next are Bible apps that you should look into. I have to see how this one is spelled because it's not your typical pronunciation. Um, all right, let us. Okay, so here are scrolling on the bottom there. You'll see some of the apps that I use on my phone. First of all, YouVersion. Most of the translations that are on there are free. Actually, I think they're all free. The next two on there, you have to kind of pay for the content, and that's Olive Tree and Carte Bible. And the last is uh, basically it's the Our Daily Bread devotional, but it's put in digital content, and it has an audio for it, so it reads it for you, so to speak. Um, another another good Bible app for to use is the Christian Standard Bible app, the Bible Gateway app, and I just found this one today, and it's the you know, didn't mean to. It's called the ESV Study Bible app, and I'll show you this. And the reason why I have it is, uh, Sorry about that. That's the only downside is you get a at the very beginning you get like a commercial, but it actually you can choose to show notes or you can either have them show commentaries or not show commentaries, and as a result, you can see what uh, what the commentary and the actual uh, ESV study Bible is. I'm not sure who is here, but I am saying hello. It's been a while since, it's been a while since I've had, people on here. I know John comes in on occasion. I wasn't really expecting anybody to come in today. Um, Also, NIV has an app that's very good. Uh, and if I were to suggest one, it's the 50th anniversary app translation, and Crossway.org also has a English Standard Version app. The only difference is, unlike the one I just showed you, it doesn't have the ESV commentary where you can see the commentary. Also, the other thing to note about the Christian Standard Bible app, it has audio with it. If you want the ESV version, audio version, uh, you would want to select the audio version Bible like that's here. Um, and it's very, it's nice in that I really like it. I just downloaded that just recently. Also, in your U version, you will see when you select like versions and translations and that. If you go to Bible, if you go to versions, any version that has the the sound icon has audio for it. So the CSB has it. The Douay Rhymes has it. The English Standard Version has it. You have one for the Holman Christian Standard Bible. The King James Version has it. The Message has it. The NIV has it. The New Living Translation has it. But when you go to the YouVersion site, any Bible that has a sound icon on it is a Bible that has an audio translation available. Like I said, the Christian Standard Bible has a very good audio with it as well. And you basically go down to the bottom, you hit that arrow button, and it will turn on the audio. Same with the English Standard Version. You go to the bottom where that button is, you click on that, and and the audio will start. And as far as Bible websites to take a look at, the only one that I could really suggest that's got really great tools and help It also and that's Bible Gateway is a great online site. If you go to Bible on this and where it says CSB right there, if you click on that, it will show you all the different translations that it has. And just like YouVersion, anywhere where there's an audio icon, like down here at the bottom where it says CSB, those Bibles have audio to them, which is Geneva, Christian Standard, English Standard, Holman Christian Standard, King James Version, New American Standard Bible, and New American Standard Bible 1995. You've got the NIV, you got the NIV UK version, you got the New King James Version, you got the Message, and yeah, those are some of the online kind of websites that I like to use when it comes to the Bible. But the big gist I wanted to talk about is the big thing I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to scroll down here on the bottom. Is I wanted to talk about buying a Bible. Lately, I've been looking at and possibly thinking about getting a English Standard Version Bible. And you may ask, well, and I can show you. Give me a second here. Let me stop the camera and I'll show you. Sorry about that, but what I want to show you, I literally want to show you some, not all of the Bibles, but some of the Bibles that I have. This is the Christian Standard Bible. It's not the study Bible. And I'll show you that. It has no footnotes or study notes. It does have the cross references are at the end of a line if there is a cross reference. But it's basically what I call or consider as a reader type of Bible. The next book I'll show you, and this is a study Bible. This is Dr. Jeremiah's study Bible, and this is a New King James Version. And you'll see that there are all sorts of notes at the bottom of the page. And usually the cross references are in those study notes if it wants you to go from one page to the next. This next Bible this is your apologetics study Bible, and you'll see that there are cross references up here, and at the other side of the page, and at the bottom over here are your study notes, right in here. And it's a very nice Bible, and this one I've had for a long time, and it's actually one of my favorite Bibles. And this is the Open Bible, and I actually just watched a video about how this was somebody's favorite Bible, and you'll see that it has the cross references in the middle. Let me see if I can find any. Yeah, it doesn't really have study notes per se, but it has the cross references in the middle. Um, there are some things about this that are kind of different, and a lot of extra information stuff. You got a topical index at the front, and you've got, and by topical, issues like anger, anxiety, depression, that type of thing. And then in the back is where you'll find your concordance or normal index of stuff. The very first Bible I had, the very first Bible I had was a Cambridge King James Personal Bible, and basically, when you think of that, um, think of a small Bible that was maybe about that size, very 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 small. It was about the size of an average book, is what it was, and it was a red letter edition, and it had just like the just like the Open Study Bible, it had your cross references in the middle of the page, and that's what I really really liked. Good to see whoever it is. I'm glad you came back. I'm just kind of talking right now. I'm just kind of talking about Bibles. I just finished with. You'll want to go back and see it. I just finished talking about Bible apps for your phone, and that I'm talking about buying. I want to talk about buying um, Bibles, and that what to look for, and that. Now I'm going to talk about what to look for in a Bible. Um, First off, going to want to have a Bible that has an index of some sort. You want to have your basic index, which is a lot of words. Like you'll see different words like seized there, self-confident, seek the Lord, and that. Those are different words that when you look, they show up in several, maybe one or two places or several places. You'll definitely want to have a Bible that has an index. It is also I will say this, not all not all not all Bibles do, but you also want to have a Bible that has a topical index. Names of people. You might have words like in the A section, like abiding, because it abiding, that type of thing, where they show up in several locations. That's just so you want to have, and with regards to, you want to make sure you have a Bible that has an index, which is first off, you want your basically your concordance, uh, that type of index has all sorts of different various words in that at the back of the book, and they just show up. Those words and phrases and people's names all show up in different areas of that Bible. The other thing is you want one that has a topical index, talks about issues like depression, anxiety, fear, doubt, that type of thing. You definitely want to have a Bible that has maps. Um, World of the Patriarchs, uh, Exodus, how they left from Egypt to the Promised Land type of thing. 12 tribes of Israel, um, Jerusalem, in like the Old Testament and Jerusalem in the New Testament type thing. You'll want to have where they have all different routes of Paul's journeys in that. That's always nice to see in that. But you'll definitely want to have maps. But the biggest thing that that really sets Bibles apart is the additional content that they have. Some in the middle will tell you what happened between Micah and Matthew, and that some in the back will talk about the different parables and miracles that happen, uh, and how they might even show like the different promises and how they were fulfilled and they were fulfilled and which promises still have to be fulfilled type thing. Um, but with regards to Bibles, the key thing is are you using it for personal use, reading type thing, or are you using it for um, in-depth study? And usually, when we talk about in-depth study, we talk about like for a Bible college, or you're taking a class like I want to take next in starting in January, and that's a discipleship class, something that makes you go above and beyond just your normal daily living, applying the Word of God, and sharing it with others. It's an in-depth study in that, and you're talking about different issues in that, and you might be debating or discussing things with people in a class, and um, that. The other thing is, uh, and I can show you this. The idea is, are you writing messages, stuff down that God gives you on occasions, and that if you are, then you'll definitely want to look at a study Bible and that. Um, the first thing I want to talk about is the idea of your personal use, your for Bibles for personal use, and reading the idea of reading Bibles and that. And give me a second here, and I need to write down the different Bibles that I could suggest. Um, let's see here. Now, this isn't a comprehensive list of all the personal use or reading Bibles that are out there, but these are kind of the ones that I use uh, a lot. Uh, Christian Standard, I mean Christian, the Christian Standard Bible, definitely a very good one. I don't have it here with me, but the NIV Bible, and I do not have a copy of the English Standard Version. I do. That is one that I'm thinking about getting for this year. The Message is a version that is kind of like a reading version, and it's not a thought for thought. It's not a it's a thought for thought translation rather than a word for word translation. It's a very good. It's a very good Bible. It's on the YouVersion app if you want to check it out. Um, the other one that is very very good. That's kind of a little step up from the Message is the New Living Translation Bible, and it's very the Message and the New Living Translation Bible are very very similar in scope. And the next thing I want to talk about is your in-depth study, or your basically your study Bibles, and these are where your personal preferences come into play, and you're going to want to look for those the index, your and I'm talking your basic index, your topical index, your maps, those things that come in between the scriptures and talking about the parables and miracles. Those sorts of things come into play when you choose study Bibles and that. Um, and these are this is kind of the order that I would, these are how I would rank them. These are the study Bibles that I would suggest. Your first being the English Standard Version Study Bible. That Bible is the one that Bible colleges use the most. Your second um study Bible I would use is the NIV Study Bible. Unfortunately, mine isn't here. Otherwise, I would show you that. It has a lot of notes, and it's every bit as big as my my Dr. David Jeremiah Study Bible, and this is basically my third. It's like the third best study Bible. Another after that would be the Christian Standard or the CSB Study Bible, and in that vein comes the Apologetics Study Bible that I have. Also, a very good study Bible is the New Living Translation Life Application Bible, and there's other versions of the Life Application Bible, but the one I like the best is the New Living Translation. It's kind of got that message feel. It's easy to read, easy to understand, and I forgot one. And the other one that I forgot to add is the Open Bible. And like I said, the reasons why I put it on here is the idea of the extras. It has cross reference. It'll have footnotes at the bottom. It has your topical index. It has your basic index, and it has a lot of extras. Like it talks about what a book, the summary of the book, who the author was, the time, what was going on, the Christ of that particular book, key to Galatians, the idea of the survey, which is kind of a summary of what each chapter is about. And it has at the beginning of each book, it has an outline of that book. So it has a lot of extras in that. And it's all kind of up to you. It's all relative. Um, um, Here are some other things that I look for in a Bible. Let that go through. Oh, here's some other things that I look for in a Bible. Uh, what else? here are some other things that I like to look for um, when looking for or studying the Bible. The idea of um, you'll see it on this page over here more. The idea of the words of Christ in red, what's known as a red letter edition. The next thing I like to look for is look at the tabs. It's what we call thumb indexed, and that separates each one of those is a separation of different book of a Bible type thing. Um, and another thing I like to get or look for is the idea of large print or giant print versus, and this is my open Bible, but versus the idea of a personal print or a small print size. Because of my specs that I wear, I like to have Bibles. Used to be that I would love Bibles like this open Bible here, but anymore I try to go for Bibles that have a large print or a giant print size. It's all personal. It's all relative. Um, and I will tell you this though: be careful when you buy Bibles, because if you're looking for a red letter edition, when you get to the large print or giant print size, the idea of a red letter edition may not be possible, or may not, you won't be able to get it when you get to the large or the giant print. You may not be able to find a red letter edition in that particular size. So that's something to think about in that. Um, and there are some extras to think about, and that's commentaries. Um, and Matthew Henry has a good commentary. NIV has a good commentary. Moody has a good commentary. That, those are extra things. Bible dictionary is another thing that may have words, people's names in it that you can look up while you're reading. Because the Bible was written in Hebrew and Greek, that's another thing. If you're doing an in-depth study, you may want to get a Hebrew Greek translation Bible, which is more a word for word versus a thought by thought. And so that is something to look at. And let's see. There are also some things that you may want to look at. The idea of particular people like Spurgeon, who's written sermons. And if you look at the Christian Standard Bible, there is a Spurgeon version of that, and it has like his sermon notes and stuff like that. There are some devotionals like this one here, which is called Jesus Calling, to look out for. Jesus' Calling is one. Oswald Chambers, My Utmost for His Highest, is another one that's very, very good. When you go to church, look for or try to ask for Our Daily Bread. And I prefer, they do make them in 1 month, but I actually prefer the 3-month version of that. But there's just kind of different things to look for. And in all honesty, choosing a Bible is up to you, and and you can spend like this Bible here. I mean, you would think because it's leather and everything, it was very expensive in that, but no, this Bible really was under $25. I think it was about 23, 24 dollars with tax and that. Um, this Dr. David Jeremiah was one of my more expensive Bibles. This was probably in the neighborhood of $80 to $90. Um, I could not tell you how much I paid for the Open Bible, but if you look on Amazon or Christian Book, you can find out how much Christian Standard Apologetics Bible is worth. And I was looking on Amazon today, and for like your English Standard Version Bible. And in all honesty, the best place I found the best place I found for and this is actually the cheapest for an English Standard Version Bible, was at the ChristianSource.com. You know, the best place I found a John MacArthur Study Bible, and wait a second here. It was a John MacArthur English Standard Version Study Bible. I found it at that site for $45. And literally, that is the cheapest I've found an English Standard Version Bible is for $45. Most of if you go to like Christian Book and that, you'll find the hardcover for like $52. You'll find a hardcover thumb index book for about $56. And you could go all the way up to the English Standard Version with goat skin, which is the goat skin Bibles are going to be your most expensive Bibles, and you could be paying anywhere from 140, yes, to $200 for a like a goat skin Bible. It just depends. There's some other Bibles to think about. Um, One is like, and you'd have to research these on Amazon and just type them in. The Jimmy Swaggart Expositors uh, Bible, and the best place to look for that is either on Amazon or on the Jimmy Swaggart website. Um, Another one to look for is the Perry Stone Bible, and it has all of his prophetic notes, both for the Old Testament and the New Testament. And basically, with that, you're basically pretty much getting like two Bibles because one is the old and one is the new, and it has all of his prophetic notes in it. And believe me, if you like notes next to the English Standard Version, it's probably one of the best Bibles that you could probably get. Um, and Also, there are books, and I will uh, talk about it, is the Billy Graham Christian Workers book, which is kind of a lot like um, what you find here in uh, at the very beginning of the Open Bible, and it talks about becoming a Christian. It talks about witnessing to others, that type of thing. It's a very, very good book. Um, I do not know if I still have my copy of it, but I would highly recommend that to anybody, who's interested in buying a new Bible or buying something for witnessing. It's one of the best kind of tools for witnessing. Um, and the thing is, what is a good price range for a Bible? And I will tell you this: you can get anywhere from, like I said, you can get anywhere from this Christian Standard Bible, which is under $25, to, like I said, the Goat Skin or the Perry Stone books, which are easily close to $200. Um, Now, if you get his as a set, I think it's right at about $200. So it just varies. I usually like to stay. I like to stay at $100. Now, I will have to say that when I got the NIV Study Bible, because I got it in like a version that was very similar to the Open Bible, which kind of a leather cover and all that, and because it had extensive notes, study notes, and that, I paid about $125 to $130 for that. But I will have to say, because of the study notes and all that you got, extras that you got with it, it was well worth the money that I invested in it. And it's all kind of up to you when you go to look for a Bible. Definitely, price is a factor. Uh, are you using it for personal use and reading, or are you using it for in-depth use, possibly for college or a Bible study class type thing? Uh, do you um, do you write and create messages? That's another thing. Do you write and create messages? If you do write and create messages, you definitely want a study Bible. You definitely want a study Bible. And then it becomes, do you want a word for word translation or a thought by thought translation? Um, and you would definitely want to have a Hebrew Greek Bible. You would want to have a word for word translation Bible, and you would want to have a thought by thought translation Bible. There is also two other Bibles that I would recommend, and they are like Jewish. They're considered Jewish or Messianic uh, Bibles, and that's the Messianic Bible, first of all, and the other one is the Tree of Life version. And you will find the Tree of Life version in the YouTube app. And if you go there, you'll see exactly why I suggest it, because in the Old Testament, what it does is it uses the original name for God. In Genesis, they'll call him Elohim. In that, in Exodus, they'll call him Yahweh. And when it gets to the time when they use Jehovah, they'll use Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Sidkinu, Jehovah Shalom. Uses the different names of God, and it does that not only in the Old Testament but in the New Testament as well. And that's why a Tree of Life version, a Messianic version, which is basically what that is they're Jewish, but they've converted from being Jewish to being Christian. And then the last Bible, which is also similar, it would be the complete Jewish Bible, and it does the same thing as the Tree of Life version and the Messianic Jewish version does. It goes back to the original names of Jesus in the Old Testament and that. And that will do it for this. That will do it for this issue of my Abiding in Christ video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit longer than I usually have, but we're talking about the Bible, and I'm trying to give you as much information as I can, especially what to look for in Bibles and that. I usually like to stay between the $50 to $100 range when I buy Bibles. If I'm paying more than $100, it would be for something like the Perry Stone Bible and that, or the NIV Study Bible, something that has a lot of notes to it, and that. It's just your personal preference. And if you're taking a college class, a discipleship class, or a witnessing class, and you love to write and create messages in that, then you definitely want a study Bible. A study Bible is a must in those situations. And as a result, when I buy Bibles anymore, more often than not, they are study Bibles. And one of the reasons why I got the Dr. David Jeremiah Study Bible is he was in Cincinnati about 2-3 years ago, and I actually got tickets to go see the conference that he had while he was at the Heritage Bank Center, and I really enjoyed it in that. And as a result of that, I kind of was led to get the Dr. David Jeremiah Study Bible. And when you go to Amazon and Christian Book and you check your Google Play, type that, you can get study Bibles that way too. And also the Olive Tree and the Tecate Bible, you can get study Bibles that way. Usually your digital versions are a little bit less, but sometimes even those get expensive, especially when it comes to like the English Standard Version. I know that there are some electronic versions that are like $30, but then you can also get versions that are $9 or $10. You just have to look at the price and go with price range that you want to not spend more than. Well, that's all I got. That's a wrap. You guys take care. Happy New Year, and I may have another Abiding in Christ video for this year. I may not, but if not, Happy New Year, guys. New Year's, guys, and be blessed. Have a good 2023.